Pharmacies are wanting greater clarity on when they'll be able to sell rapid antigen tests to the general public.
They've been inundated with requests since it was announced they will be part of thousands of sites across the country that will have them for sale. Ashley Yates has more.
The phone at this Auckland pharmacy.
Good afternoon, Newshub Pharmacy, for him speaking.
Ringing hot.
The last 24 hours has been pretty busy for us.
Pharmacists are struggling to carry out their normal workload on top of constant calls.
In terms of selling to the general public, we don't have any idea when we can start doing that. We haven't been told when we are allowed to do that, and we haven't actually been told when we can buy stock.
People outside wanting tests, demanding tests, pleading their cases. And yeah, it's upsetting. It's upsetting that we can't. It's upsetting to hear their situations, and it's also upsetting if we're getting verbal abuse as a result of it.
Beheshta, who works at this Auckland pharmacy, says she's exhausted.
People have been told to come to us. People have read that they could come to us. People have been turned away and they've told to come to us. And unfortunately, none of those people are people that we're allowed to test.
That's because of strict criteria in place. At the moment, pharmacies can only carry out supervised rapid antigen tests for unvaccinated people with no COVID-19 symptoms who want to travel around the country or for entry into a court of law.
We kind of had a little bit of a peak over the New Year and Waitangi period where people were travelling. Since then, we haven't had any requests for any of those, so our rats have just sort of been sitting there and we can't use them.
Fahim has sourced rat tests but can only sell them to businesses.
The first order we had that came in was sold within 4 hours. All the local businesses got in touch with us. They needed to have tests for their employees to be able to deal with what's going on at the moment.
Over the past 2 days, 5.2 million kits have arrived. Another 10 million are on the way. The government says they'll be sent to community testing centres, GPs, pharmacies and businesses who need them as part of the close contact exemption scheme. But some are stuck in limbo, having no rats at all.
At this stage, it's unclear about whether or not we will provide them to the public free of charge as like a distribution service for the ministry, or whether we will sell them to the public for use on a more longer term basis.
This vital tool in our COVID-19 toolbox, not yet freely available for purchase. Ashley Yates, Newshub.